So it was a really nice Saturday morning, and my brother and I started the day out right, going for a ride in his 2004 screaming yellow Whipple supercharged Terminator SVT Cobra. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Awesome car. This is where we really love to enjoy these cars and just have fun on Saturday the way we do it. You go to a car meet or a car show, and other people might not appreciate it or even care about it or recognize what this car is, but we can go out and enjoy it in our own way, and that's what we love to do. So we started the day out this way and had fun. There was a local car show in town, so I decided to go ahead and go to that, and I went to that with the family and just went and walked around and stuff. And like I say a lot, the parking lot has a lot of cars that I think are show worthy and should be in the show as well. And you get car people going to car shows, and that's what you get. So here's a really neat Scat Pack Challenger. I like how the hood is the older Hellcat hood. I love the Scat Pack logos. I think this is a really neat looking car. Wide body, beautiful color, beautiful car. And these are getting rare because they're not going to be making them anymore. So just really cool to see that car here. Again, there's another car in the parking lot I liked. It was a Corvette, Grand Sport. Just a really nice car, and definitely show worthy. And someone who enjoys cars drove it there to go see the show, so that's pretty cool. And then this is my friend's 3-valve Mustang GT, and he was actually in charge of the show, so I'm surprised he didn't have his car in there. He has some other Mustangs. He's really known around here for the 60s Mustangs. I think he's had close to 100 of the 60s Mustangs over the years. And so cool looking Mustang. I like it. Looks good with the stripes and everything and the hood scoop, and I like those wheels. So check out this Challenger. Holy cow. This is a 70 Dodge Challenger, and it has a huge engine in it. Looks like this is the fuel tank in the back. Has big old bottle of nitrous back here, and it's all really nice and really well done. Two-tone car. Not a fan of two-tone, but it looks really nice. I'm sure a lot of good money's been put into it. I think it even had a air suspension tank in the back seat, but it says it's a 550 Hemi, so this thing is just huge, plus nitrous, and it was very, very well done. Just beautiful car, and nice to see. I like the old Challengers. My uncle had a 7440 RTSE, burnt orange, 6-pack car. But if you look at that sign for a second, look at that. World's Ultimate Mopar Award sponsored by Barrett Jackson, plus Best of Show and the Mopar Muscle Editor's Choice Award, 2007 SEMA Top Eliminator winner. It says the car is 1,300 horsepower and over $500,000 invested into that car, so that's pretty nice. And now to my specialty, the Ford Mustang 99-04. This Mustang has a Vortex supercharger on it. That's the first thing that catches your eye. And a nice little listing here shows that it's Vortex V2 K&N, and it has a JE piston and rod full built engine, so that's pretty cool. So basically full bolt-on Mustang with forged internals and a supercharger. It didn't look like it was the intercooled version, but still neat looking car. Has a bare brakes and the 03 Cobra wheels, looking good. So happy to see that. I've seen it there last year too, so that was cool. I looked how they ran their catch can. They had it go to the bottom of the plenum and then over to the valve cover. So kind of interesting to see how people do things and stuff. And here's a Challenger Hellcat Red Eye wide body. And this one looked really neat, and it had this windshield logo, windshield banner that says "We the People," and that reminded me of the George Washington poster I have on my wall. My uncle gave me this. It has George Washington with the Challenger. It says "Let Freedom Rev." That was a funny commercial if you ever saw that. But anyway, another Hellcat wide body red eye, and I saw this one a lot around. It's been at local shows, and I've even had it on the channel before. And there was one of the older Hemis next to it with a flame paint job into it. Not my taste, but I'm sure it's done very well. Has some under the hood painting and stuff, and it looked like it's a STS rear mount turbo, I believe is what that means. I've seen some STS. I'm pretty sure that's what that is on this one. So unfortunately today, speaking of Hellcats and Challengers, this one crashed on an old highway. This is the back way to Vegas where I took the yellow GT in a previous video. Nice windy road, but whoever owned this car was going really fast. I assume they were going fast and lost control and hit the bridge, which, taking turns is very dangerous. Straight line stuff I think's okay, but you got to be careful if you're taking the turns. And it's unfortunate. It looks like they did a number on the bridge here, and they were taken to the hospital, so hopefully they're okay. And so it looks like they lost control and ended up down in the river, and so that was pretty sad to see. And there are a couple green hellcats here in town, so it might be one that I knew about. You look at the picture of everything here scattered in the busted up bridge and bumper pieces. And for those of you who do not like the yellow bananas, the bumper guards, this was a bumper guard removal, and it happened very quick. So unfortunately, another hellcat completely totaled and gone. These cars are really cool, and it's really sad to see them get wrecked like that because as I mentioned before, they've stopped making them and they're not going to be around anymore, and so what you have is what's left. And so here's one that's gone, and I like the green one, and so somebody even uploaded a video of them pulling it out with their rig. But back to the show, here's an exhaust system in front of a Corvette. I thought this was pretty neat. Headlights were pretty pitted and stuff, so nice driven Corvette. I mean, nothing wrong with enjoying and driving it. The car was for sale, and it talked about that it should have 200,000 miles on it, but it doesn't, so it's a 6-liter LS2, so that's one of the earlier years, maybe the first year of the C6. Here's a little GT500 pedal car or Power Wheels. Pretty cool to see. They have it to match their GT500 convertible. Not sure if this is an actual GT500, probably not, but pretty neat looking car. It has everything to look nice on there. And, the 500 EXP2, so, I don't believe that's a real Shelby thing. Maybe it is. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Carroll Shelby signature on the dash. Wood steering wheel looked nice, too. So that was nice to see. And, of course, the color of Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. Beautiful looking car. And I really like these gas caps and Cobra badges and stuff on it. I went back and recorded it a little bit more here to see because I just think that looks good. I've been watching a lot of Shelby barn finds and restorations and stuff, so that's fun to watch and see. Here's a really nice Mustang GT, 64 to 66, and has the brown interior, 4-speed. I like all the chrome, the steering wheel, everything. That looks good. The Mustang pony badge on the glove box over there. I think that's a really neat thing about these cars. They just look really good, and this is just awesome. I love this color. I think this is the color I would choose, and it just looks good as a Mustang fastback. That's a beautiful car. So got some close-ups there on the back, and just the exhaust coming out the back is the GT package from what I understand. So that's part of that. Has the GT badge on the side, and we'll look at the fog lights on the front here. But overall, good looking car. My 97 was red with white stripes down the side like that, and so I like those side stripes. I think it looks good. There's the front, I believe that's the GT front fog lights and stuff. Something cool about this car was I was looking at the engine, and it says Cobra on it, and when I went over and looked at the tag here, it had kind of like a Shelby tag on it. It had a VIN number and everything, but if you turn it around here and see, it actually says Shelby Automotive Incorporated Custom Engine, so I don't know if that was a Shelby engine, something they did. Here's a 66 Chevelle. I always like these because my friend's dad had one in the garage growing up, and his looked just like this, but completely unrestored. This is a Malibu. My friend's dad's was a SS 396, so it's cool to see, and my friend's dad's was a 4-speed as well, so it's just nice to see one in good condition because his was rusted out and needed restoration. But I've always liked these cars because of that, and I like the Krager wheels. His has the same ones, but they're all old and destroyed, so kind of cool to see one in good shape. Another Corvette. This was a pretty bright yellow, maybe even a lime yellow or limeish green, kind of like highlighter color. So I thought that was a nice car. And the GT350s you've probably seen on the channel before, especially the wide body one here. And so that one has been taken to Shelby and turned into a wide body. And it also has turbos on it. I think they're rear mount turbos. I think they're twin turbos as well. So Neat 2016, and it was a non-track pack car, but they had the coolers and stuff added at Shelby. There's the wide body kit, so pretty cool to see. Nice car. It was in our Shelby Vegas trip videos. Here's a really cool 69 Camaro. I always like these. This one has a lot of nice paint work done, matches inside as well. I believe it's a big 502, so really cool, really nice, very well done, beautiful car. And I just think that's a good color as well. I like those hideaway headlights like the RS cars had, so pretty cool. This Corvette, I was looking at it and I was wondering about this because it says LT1 engine with automatic. I'm pretty sure that's an LS1. So I didn't say anything about it, but I'm pretty sure that's an LS1 engine. I'm pretty sure all the C5s had an LS. So anyway, that's it for the car show. It was kind of fun. A lot of the cars I've seen each year that come back, and you know, a couple new ones, but always fun to see. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.